At 70, if you can still hold on to these 6 simple abilities, you're not just getting by, you're absolutely winning at life. Reaching this age and still feeling strong doesn't mean trophies or medals on the shelf. So, real victories now are found in the little things, the everyday moments that quietly prove you've lived well and aged with strength. Think about it, if you can still do these things at 70, you've made it into the Champions League of life. And trust me, that's no exaggeration. Take something as ordinary as climbing a flight of stairs. If you can walk up without gasping for air, that's a huge achievement, whether you're just heading upstairs to grab a book or wandering into the kitchen for a late-night snack. Climbing stairs isn't just a way to move from one floor to another. It's like a hidden fitness test most people don't even realize they're taking. According to the American Heart Association, by the time you hit 70, your cardiovascular endurance may have dropped as much as 40% compared to when you were in your 30s. That's a staggering number, but here's the good news. It doesn't have to be your fate. Every time you climb stairs, your heart, lungs, and muscles all kick into gear at the same time. It's a full-body workout that costs nothing and doesn't require a fancy gym membership. In fact, researchers in Europe once asked people over 60 to climb 3 flights of stairs in under 90 seconds. Sounds simple, right? But the results were eye-opening. Those who could pull it off were far less likely to face heart problems over the next decade. Something as ordinary as stair climbing turned out to be a crystal ball for long-term health. Now picture this, you're visiting a friend in an apartment building and the elevator is out of service. Do you sigh, sit in the lobby and wait? Or do you smile, roll up your sleeves and start climbing, maybe even joking that you're just getting your steps in for the day? If you're in that second group, congratulations. You're not just taking the stairs, you're owning them. Being able to reach the top without feeling like you just ran a marathon is a big deal. It means your heart is pumping strong, your lungs are delivering oxygen like pros, and your legs are still carrying you with power. Even if you break just a tiny sweat or breathe a little heavier, that's still a win. And believe me, not everyone your age can say the same. So the next time you see a staircase, maybe skip the elevator on purpose. Treat it like your own personal victory lap. And here's another hidden triumph memory. Sounds small, right? Like simply remembering what you had for lunch yesterday. But when you step back and think about it, memory is one of the most important tools we have for aging well. But memory isn't just about recalling what you ate. It's about keeping your brain active, sharp, and ready for new challenges. Cognitive decline is a real concern as we grow older. According to the Alzheimer's Association, about 1 in 9 adults over 65 experiences some form of memory loss. That's roughly 11% of the population, a number that really makes you pause. Here's the good news. If you can still remember that yesterday you had a tuna sandwich with a side of chips or that slice of chocolate cake for dessert, it means your brain is still firing on all cylinders. Memory is just like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it stays. Every time you recall even the smallest detail, you're giving your mind a workout without stepping foot in a gym. Remembering lunch isn't just about food, it's flexing your cognitive muscles. And if you can also recall the conversation you had or a funny comment someone made, that's even better. Picture this, you're at a family dinner and your grandchild asks Grandma, "What did you eat yesterday?" You smile and answer without hesitation, "I had a big salad with grilled chicken and the most delicious slice of apple pie." That moment doesn't just show your memory, it creates connection. Memory thrives on many factors: staying physically active, eating well, and keeping your mind engaged. Research shows that activities like reading, solving puzzles, or chatting with friends help keep your brain humming along. And if you add a diet rich in brain-friendly foods like berries, nuts, and leafy greens, you're giving yourself an even greater advantage. So if you can laugh about what you ate yesterday, recall the dessert you enjoyed, or retell a funny story from the meal you're approving, your mind is still in the game, strong, resilient, and ready for what's next. Those little victories are worth celebrating. Now let's talk about another key ability: balance. And no, not the work-life kind. I mean literal balance, the ability to stand on one leg for 10 seconds. Sounds like something kids do for fun, or maybe a yoga trick, right? But here's the thing. This simple move is actually a gold standard for predicting longevity. Picture yourself in your living room when someone dares you to stand on one leg for 10 seconds. Seems easy enough, doesn't it? Well, science says otherwise. A study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine found that people in their 70s who could hold that pose were 50% less likely to suffer serious health complications in the years ahead. Yes, 50%. Balance really is like a superpower. It doesn't require anything fancy, just a little focus and consistent practice. And it's not just about looking graceful while standing still. Balance is a complex blend of muscle strength, coordination, and mental focus working together behind the scenes. Think about it: when you stand on one leg, your whole body has to go into overdrive. Your leg muscles tighten, your core kicks in, and your brain is firing non-stop signals to keep you steady. It's an impressive performance of coordination that, believe it or not, plays a huge role in overall health. Now imagine taking a walk in the park and spotting someone in their 70s casually standing on one leg completely steady. Maybe they're stretching, maybe they're showing off a little, it doesn't matter. It's impressive either way. Holding that pose for a few seconds isn't just a parlor trick. It's proof that their muscles are strong, their coordination sharp, and their body awareness still spot on. If you can balance like a flamingo without tipping over, you've got a level of control that even younger folks would admire. Maintaining balance doesn't just look cool, it also dramatically lowers your risk of falls and other health complications. So the next time you have a chance, test yourself, try standing on one leg for 10 seconds. You might be surprised at what it reveals about your vitality. And if you pull it off, you've earned the right to say, "Yep, I'm winning at life." Now let's move on to something truly priceless: laughter. The kind of deep belly laugh that shakes your stomach, brings tears to your eyes, and crinkles your face into a happy raisin. If you can still find humor in life's quirks, if you're still cracking jokes or laughing at silly moments, you're not just winning physically, you're winning emotionally and mentally too. Laughter is more than a fun reaction. It's proof of emotional resilience. In fact, research from Stanford University shows that genuine laughter delivers real health benefits. It lowers stress hormones, boosts your immune system, and even increases pain tolerance. Yes, that's right, a good laugh literally makes your body stronger. Think about those times you've laughed so hard your sides hurt. That feeling, that uncontrollable belly laugh, is your body's way of flooding itself with natural feel-good chemicals. Laughter is like nature's built-in stress reliever. As we age, life doesn't exactly get easier, it throws curveballs our way. Maybe a loved one moves far away. Maybe a sudden health scare shakes us. Or maybe the world just changes faster than we can keep up. Sometimes it feels like everything shifts overnight. But that's where humor steps in like a shield. Laughter isn't just fun, it's a buffer. It softens life's hardest blows, makes challenges more bearable, and helps us stay flexible in the face of change. When everything feels out of control, the ability to laugh at yourself or find humor in the chaos is a sign of emotional maturity. It shows that no matter what happens, you can roll with the punches and keep moving forward. I once had an elderly friend who loved telling hilarious stories from her younger years. She'd reach the punchline, laugh like a teenager, and you could see the joy radiating from her. She had lived through plenty of tough times, but she always found a reason to laugh. She wasn't just laughing at jokes, she was laughing at life itself, embracing all of its surprises. So if you can still laugh at your favorite sitcom crack jokes with friends, or even chuckle at your own mistakes, you're doing more than having fun. You're proving your spirit is intact, that you're still emotionally strong and ready for whatever comes next. And that is a win every single time. Now let's shift to something that might seem small, but is actually life-changing connection. If you're 70 and still making the effort to nurture friendships or even build new ones, you're accomplishing something many people struggle with. Because loneliness is one of the greatest challenges older adults face. It creeps in quietly, making you feel cut off when loved ones get busy or when life changes in ways that leave you isolated. And it's more common than most people realize. According to the National Institute on Aging, about 30% of adults over 70 experience significant loneliness. That's nearly 1 in 3 older adults missing the kind of social bonds that make life rich and fulfilling. But here's the silver lining: if you're still putting yourself out there, keeping in touch with old friends, or even making new ones, you're already ahead of the game. Research shows that people who maintain strong social ties live longer, enjoy better mental health, and age more gracefully. Every coffee catch-up, every shared laugh, every moment of connection isn't just boosting happiness, it's extending your life. Just look at Okinawa, Japan, a place famous for its centenarians. Researchers have long studied why people there live so long, and one of the biggest secrets is their strong sense of community and social connection. One of the most powerful secrets researchers discovered in Okinawa is strong social networks. People there live with the belief that sharing stories, offering support, and laughing together are essential for both health and happiness. They even have a tradition called moai, a lifelong circle of friends who support each other through every stage of life. Whether it's a circle of friends you've known for decades or a new group you've just started spending time with, these connections are priceless. If you're still the one organizing a weekly book club, or you've got a coffee buddy who's been your partner in crime for years, you're wealthier than you realize. Because real wealth isn't about what you own, it's about the richness of your relationships. When you have people to laugh with, talk to, and share your life with, you're creating a legacy of love and connection that will carry you through the years. So keep nurturing those friendships. Keep making new connections and keep showing up for the people who matter. You're not just maintaining your social life, you're keeping your mind sharp and your spirit strong as you age. Now let's talk about something that seems ordinary, but says a lot about independence cooking. Picture yourself walking into the kitchen, opening the pantry, pulling out your favorite ingredients, and whipping up something delicious. It might not seem like a big deal, but the truth is it's a clear sign that you've still got it. Cooking isn't just tossing ingredients together. It's having the mobility to stand, the coordination to chop, and the memory to follow a recipe. More than that, it's an act of self-care, even if you're cooking for one. Every meal you prepare is a reminder that you're still in control of your life. And here's the kicker: cooking is linked to better health. A long-term study out of Sweden found that older adults who cooked for themselves were more likely to eat balanced meals and had a significantly lower risk of chronic illnesses. In fact, the study revealed they had a 25% lower risk of developing conditions like heart disease and diabetes. So every time you're stirring a pot, flipping a pancake, or seasoning your favorite dish, you're doing more than pleasing your taste buds. You're strengthening your body and investing in your longevity. Beyond the health benefits, cooking brings deep satisfaction. The process of kneading dough, mixing spices, or recreating your grandmother's recipe is a form of creativity and even mindfulness. It's a way to slow down, live in the moment, and reconnect with memories that warm your heart. So if you're still in the kitchen, tossing salads, simmering stews, or flipping pancakes, know this: you're not just cooking. You're embracing independence, nourishing your body, and proving that age is just a number. A good meal made with love is living proof that you're still vibrant, still healthy, and still deeply connected to life. When you step back, these 6 abilities — climbing stairs, recalling yesterday's lunch, balancing on one leg, laughing often, maintaining friendships, and cooking for yourself — may look small on their own. But together they paint a portrait of someone who is thriving. They're not just physical skills, they're symbols of resilience, adaptability, and joy. And if you can still do them at 70, you're not just winning at life, you're showing the world that age is no barrier to living fully.